Good morning.
Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to our Sunday school.
It's good to see you again. The last few weeks, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about God creates. What all has God created, Ken?
Well, for the last 3 weeks, boys and girls, you've been studying God creating various things. First time, 3 weeks ago, we talked about God creating the earth.
I remember we talked about God created light. Yeah.
And then we talked about God created living things.
Animals, fish, birds. I remember that.
And then last week, you talked about God created people.
Yeah, so I wonder what today could possibly be.
Well, today's lesson is God created helpers, Martha.
Helpers. I wonder what that means. Well, Ken's going to read you a story and talk to you about it, so we'll see you back in a little bit.
See you in a second, kids. Hello again, boys and girls. As Martha and I were talking about, today's story is about God creating helpers. And our story is about God creating a helper for Adam. And so we're going to read it together, boys and girls. It's in our activity book that you should have received in the mail over the last week or so. It looks like this is the book. And the story is on page 10, and that's right here. So let's read it together if we can. If not, you can read it a little later with your family. It's called God Creates Helpers. It's taken from Genesis chapter 2, verses 10 through 23. God gave Adam the most beautiful garden to live in and take care of. The animals were great helpers in the garden, but they were not enough. So God created another person to help and be a partner with Adam. And God called that person Eve. Together, Adam and Eve cared for all that God had made. And God saw that all that God had created, the earth, the animals, and the people, God saw that it was all beautiful and very good. And after God saw all that was good, he rested. So today's story was about Adam, God finding a helper for Adam named Eve. But you know who else God created as helpers, boys and girls? He created you and me as helpers. He created your mom and dad as helpers. He created your brothers and sisters as helpers. And he also created your other boys and girls you go to school with as helpers. God had created all of us to be helpers for each other on this earth. So that's our story today, boys and girls. Martha and I are going to be back in a little bit to talk about how you can help your brothers and sisters, your mom and dads, and others in our world today. But for now, here's a video for today's story.
Greetings, friends. It's Carly. What a beautiful and amazing earth we get to live on. God's creativity imagined something so wonderful, and now we get to look around and see it each and every day. Do you want to hear something really cool? When God created human beings, God didn't just bring them here to sit around. They had an important role to play in creation. God had created so many animals that were living around the earth. But even though they had a home, they didn't have a name. It would be so hard to talk about animals if we didn't know what to call them. God brought the animals to Adam and invited him to name them. Adam got to show creativity and name the animals that were around: the bear, the cheetah, the shark, and the lizard. Wow! God also did something that was really awesome. God saw that everything God had created had a partner: the sun and the moon, the land and the sea, and the animals each had a partner too. God didn't want there to be just one human because that would be too lonely. So God created another human so they could be in a community. They were friends and they needed each other. Now everything that God had created had a partner, and all creation could live and grow together. The story of creation is really exciting to me. It reminds me that God creates beautiful and good things. It makes me want to go and look around and see if I see new things. I want to read about new animals and think about how cool it is that the earth is full of such difference and beauty. God made sure the community of creation had all it needed to continue to create. Guess what? That means you and me. We get to create with God. We get to use our imaginations and wonder about all the possibilities of what we can make and what we can do. God celebrates our creativity and has asked humans to use our imagination since the very beginning. So what do you want to create? What do you imagine or see that would be beautiful or helpful in our world today? We all get to play a part, and remember, we get to create with God. That's really awesome. Now, you get to wonder.
So you've had a story about helpers, and you've had a video about helpers. So can you and I be helpers? I think God created us to be helpers too. How can we be helpers? Ken, what could the kids do to be helpful?
Well, there's lots of things you can do to be a helper, boys and girls. You can hold your brother and sister's hands when you cross the street.
Oh, keep them safe. Yeah, that's helpful.
You can say your prayers together tonight.
Oh, praying, that's always helpful. You can pray for people and send love to God and to one another. Okay, praying together, that's a good one.
You can even help your mom and dad by cleaning your room after you've played in it for a while.
Oh, how does that help? If you messed up your room and you clean it up, oh, that keeps your parents from having to do some more work, right? I think that's helpful. You think? Yeah.
And you can even just play a game together to have some fun. So that's how you can help each other.
Oh, this week in your packet that was mailed to your house, there actually is a game you can play with your friend or your parents or your brother or your sister. All the instructions are right there. And then on the other side, did you see it? You get to create the name of these funny characters. And so you can be the creator on this one. And you might even create ways they're going to help you or help your parents or something like that. That would be fun. So you get to be the creator on these funny characters. I think another thing we could do is make a card. You know, like get a piece of paper, fold it. And who should we send our card to, Ken?
Well, how about sending it to Pastor Marty?
Oh, yeah. It's great to make cards. Like I was going to make a big heart on my card. So you can do a picture. It doesn't have to be words. And but I'm going to put her name on there so that she knows it's specially for her. And then, you know, we can make some colors. Do you have markers? I didn't have any markers tonight. I need some markers at home. You know, make it pretty. And so then in the inside, maybe a flower. You could draw flowers or maybe one of these funny animals. But just so she knows, right now, you know, we can't hug people as much. So we have to send them hugs by sending them flowers, sending them love, that kind of thing. So you might think about who you want to send a card to or give a card to. Maybe to your teacher, maybe to your friend, or maybe to your neighbor. But this week we talk about helpers. So throughout the week, think about how you can be a helper for others. And we'll pray that God gives you ideas and gives you the love to give to others. See you later.
You made it all so good with a promise, did what you said you would. Oh, I wonder why you're so good to me, how you never leave. Oh, I wonder when joy turns into praise. justice leads to peace. How we're different, but we're all family.